top floor, but we started from the gutter. Had to take steps to the top floor. Every that slept been done for. Got a few bands, need a ton more. If we empty out the that's a drum roll. Move foul, hit them with
the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2nd and 4. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They're going to look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. John Kaminsky drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Raiders out to an early lead over the Chargers. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
7 yards the pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw again. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, it's Taylor. Pushes him over. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll check this down to Hines. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Atlanta. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a... And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Escapes the defender. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2nd and 6. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is indeed good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tyquan Lewis makes a stop. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
58, right over there,
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one. A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run it here with Gordon, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here's Rodgers to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, this defense, I mean, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Rodgers on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw.
He'll check this one down to Taylor.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Falcons on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Room here to run. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
This from 36 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. Touchdown! Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great